Trump shares a jovial handshake with Joe Rogan, who once called him a man baby and an existential threat to democracy. Former Donald Trump shared a friendly handshake with Joe Rogan at the UFC fight in Las Vegas, despite Rogan previously calling Trump a man baby. Trump enthusiastically approached Rogan at the event, and the two engaged in a friendly conversation, a 10-second handshake. Rogan has been critical of Trump in the past, referring to him as a man baby and declining opportunities to interview him. Rogan expressed his lack of support for Trump, stating that he doesn't want to help him and views him as an existential threat to democracy. Despite their differences, Trump and Rogan had a cordial interaction at the UFC fight.
And Pat, go ahead.
The question becomes the following, okay, when you see this, okay? If you look at this, because I want you to see this, go back to the handshake to show this.
I love these handshakes, Pat. They're the most aggressive. Trump is always playing tug of war.
Get over
like,
here,
look at his handshake. Look at that. He's like, get in here. Watch. I love it. He goes, you're a good guy. You're a good. Look at shit.
You could just see he's complimenting Rogan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's like, we should have a talk.
So here's a question.
Yes, sir.
Over under the podcast taking place with Trump and Rogan.
80% yes. It's going to happen. 80%.
I think it is going to happen. I'm not going to give a percentage, but
Give a percentage, Lauren.
Okay.
Take a risk.
67.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That it's happened.
That is
2/3
happening.
is how she's doing it.
I think 80%.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I'm asking you. I asked you.
Okay.
Pat looks like he has an insider. Look at Pat's grin. See that?
It's cheating if you already
Pat
know
has that
for
look
sure
that his
that
son
we have an
has when he
inside
knows he
track.
messed up.
Yeah.
Pat knows. See that laugh?
All
Pat
right,
knows
so
something.
you want to go first? Well, I'll just cite two quotes. You set up the man baby thing. That was on a podcast he did with Tom Segura in 2022. It's not a 2016 conversation. And then in 2022, Rogan had a podcast with Lex Friedman, and he said, he was asked multiple times, would you do a podcast? He said, no. Every single time, quote unquote, I have no interest in helping him. This is in 2022. So as of a year ago, it was 0%. I think at this point, based on the UFC audience, how things have changed quite significantly, I will give it and I think it's a high number, 20%.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
But Pat, it goes off of what
You're saying 80, you're saying
I think
67.
80% he's gonna do it. And Pat, this just goes into what we just talked about, like tolerance and like he's changing as a person. Like, bro, he's seeing the light. Joe Rogan was anti-Trump and everything right now, but now that he's seeing what the left has done, he's pro-Trump right now. I don't care what anybody says, bro. He's shaking his hand, smiling.
Which
he was a
clip is
fan.
that?
He called him a man baby a year ago.
A year ago. Well, a lot can change in a year.
Just
is
because
true.
he's a man
That's
baby
true.
doesn't mean he doesn't want to interview him.
You want to play
Well,
that?
I'm just
What
glad
is
that he's
bro?
still considered a man.
Oh, is that what you're talking about, what he said?
What do you say here?
This is the Lex Friedman interview from last year where he said he won an interview.
Play it, Rob.
Lex Friedman. Wow. I
Friedman. I didn't know.
Not Friedman, Rob.
Well, he don't want to say that because Rob's been going to the gym, so he doesn't want to be considered a white
Go
man.
ahead.
That
Nah,
beard, January 6th.
Shakes hands with people that aren't even there when he gets off stage.
Yeah.
I think he's seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
Biden.
You see him on Jimmy Kimmel the other day?
No.
Well, he was just rambling. I mean, if he was anyone else, if he was a Republican, if that was Donald Trump doing that, every fucking talk show would be screaming for him to be off the air. And by the way, I'm not a Trump supporter in any way, shape, or form. I've had the opportunity to have him on my show more than once. I've said no every time. I don't want to help him. I'm not interested in helping him.
The night is still young. We'll see.
If I have him on, the night is still young?
Yeah.
You think I'll have him on?
I think you'll have him on.
Really? Why do you think that? Because you'll have Putin on?
Hey, you're competitive as fuck. No.
You can pause it right there.
What's the date on that? Timestamp that.
This is...
Well,
this
that
is
came out
probably-
July 5th of 2022.
So that's
Exactly
a year
you're-
ago.
Yeah.
Pat, but think about this. I don't
Yeah.
want to help him, but the Biden and the left, I don't say because Biden has no idea. He's not
Yeah.
making decisions. They have shit on this country so much. Now it's not what now he's gonna help him. No, now he's a prime example of seeing just what the media and everybody did to the left. Go ahead, and what?
No. Before Pat reveals his results,
Yeah.
you want to have a bet?
Let's have a bet.
All right, I'll bet you $1,000
$1,000
that he does not have him on.
that he doesn't interview him.
Correct.
Wait, by when?
Oh God,
By the time that Trump
presidency.
is or is not the president.
Before November 2nd or 3rd.
Sure.